Scotch, bourbon and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Welcome to an all-new Trenny and C. This is Trenny. I'm C. Trenny, what do you got for us today?
Oh, we have something very exciting. This is the Aberlour Nope. Nope, wrong bottle.
We've done that video.
Aberlour Abana. However you say it, I don't know. Everyone says it a little bit differently.
Abadi Abadai.
Exactly.
I believe. Is
Blue Abadi Abada.
That's right.
Blue Band Group. And this is the Sherry Cask version. Cask strength. Very, very, very
Single
nice.
malt Scotch.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check us out
Yeah.
on Instagram at Trenny and C. Don't forget, we're on YouTube, Trenny and C. We're on Twitter, Trenny and C. We're on TikTok, Trenny and C. And wherever you find your quality whiskey program.
All the socials.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to pop the top.
Perfect.
Look at the color on this. I'm going to just show the people.
Is that natural color?
I don't know.
You kind of said, I doubt no.
I'm speaking Abana.
Yeah. Aberlour will get you speaking Abana.
So it does say original cask strength.
We know it's cask strength.
It does say
60.8?
60.8% alcohol.
Dear.
I don't know about anything else, but I
Non-chill
think it's
filtered.
non-chill filtered.
It says non-chill filtered.
Oh, non-chill filtered.
Does not make reference to natural color. The color is quite shiny penny, if you will.
Oh, shiny penny.
Money
That's
penny.
nice. Money penny.
Money.
What's
Money?
that even
I
mean?
never realized.
I've always heard that as like a name of something, you know?
Well, it's
The money penny.
yeah, it's from James Bond.
Yeah.
But I never realized that a penny is money.
Yeah.
Money
Yeah.
penny. Did everyone else realize that going in?
It's not much money.
No, it's not a lot of money, but it is a penny is money.
Technically, it's currency.
Anyway, this is. Did we start this video?
I better check.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, this is recording. Here at Trenny and C, we're not that professional. We never know whether our phone is recording or if we're just talking.
I mean our studio.
I mean
is our studio execs.
Sony high-level expensive cameras. Okay, so the thing about Abana is that it is basically if you combine the Abana with the Alba, which we've also done a video on.
Bourbon cask, sherry cask.
Yeah, you take the bourbon cask one, you take the sherry cask one, you marry them together, right? And then you dial them back a little bit to 40%. Now you have the 12-year-old, right? So this is like the pumped up version.
Pumped up kicks. Really.
Pumped up kicks. Yeah. Foster the people, if you will.
I will.
The two components going together make that 12 that we just showed you.
No one talks about what's really important. The chonky cork. Look at this. That's a chonky cork.
With a good squeak pop, I'll say.
The squeak pop and the wide mouth mason going on there.
It does have a wide mouth on it. Okay.
So
Don't
know if it's natural color. However, it being a sherry cask is very cool because sherry casks generally have a little bit more of that shiny penny kind of ruby red fruit kind of thing on the
look and the
nose.
nose.
But the nose is it you know what to expect a little bit when you see that color.
And I'm way ahead of you because I started sniffing this thing with my big schnoz already. And
there's some red fruits on there big time.
Yeah.
Like ripe. This is a ripe whiskey.
Yeah, it's like
being 60 point whatever percent.
I think it was 60.8. But it's like it's kind of jammy.
Jammy for sure. It's like preserves. It's a little fermenty.
It's like plummy and fermenty and sweet.
One thing we will say that these Abana and Albas don't have an age statement on them. However, you know when you smell the fermenty vibe that there's some age on there.
Mm-hmm. And there's even something a little when you take a big huff on this thing, like there's this bouquet, almost like a floral kind of back. It's a secondary note, but it's on the back of the nose there.
So having said being able to huff it, like you just did, and it being 60%, it doesn't sizzle your brain out.
Yeah.
So you're still getting lots of notes, and there's lots to explore.
My nose palate is loving
this bottle. As it goes down a little bit, gets some of that oxidization. Again, like it's a beautiful looking whiskey.
But sweet and jammy is kind of like...
Yeah,
that would be
vibe.
my
That's the vibe.
primary note. Let's give it
and almost like there's a sweet and sour kind of thing on the nose too. Like,
let's give it a taste.
Okay, let's taste it.
God, even like a cocoa or something.
Oh. It's funny because everything we said, the thing we didn't... Actually, you just said it then there. There is a bit of a chocolatey kind of like milk chocolate on the palate.
One thing I picked up, I'm actually trying to decipher it right now.
Yeah.
It's a little like the it's not that the nose doesn't match the palate, it's there, but I almost think that there's maybe a more savory note on the back palate as it arrives, because it comes with the sweetness and it comes with the fruits, but there's something that I'm trying to put my finger on right now that's at the back palate there that's a little more savory. It's almost like that like salted chocolate kind of, you know what I mean? Like
But honestly, like this would go well with a ton of different meats, you know? It's not
there's a richness. There's a richness.
It's not just a dessert style sherry.
Yeah.
There's like
there is literally almost like a meaty note to it.
It's like that what do you call it? Like Maui barbecue, but the rib is charred. You know?
There's something kind of almost like a cigar-y, leathery back palate. I think it's a leathery. It's almost like if you sprinkle a little salt on a belt or something.
Oh, that's what you want to suck on for sure.
a nice salted belt, you know, with some fruits on it and such.
But then you go back to the nose, and it has a little bit of like this tangy kind of zest to it.
Yeah, there is a little bit of that, like, I think you said it earlier, a little bit of a sweet and sour kind of balance there.
Yeah.
But it is nicely balanced. Like, the sour part is almost just subtle, right? Like,
and I think it's a big component of when the flavor kicks in, and it has some savory, but it's not quite berry sugar, you know?
Yeah, but I think the one thing, given all of the kind of, like, BS notes that we're giving here is that it's highly complex. You can spend a lot of time with it. It's very fun. And like at 60.8, we're just drinking this like it's like it's normal.
You can nose it huge and then drinking it. I'm gonna do me a favor. Do you have some water?
Please.
Because I'm gonna just add a drop or two.
Just a smidge.
Just for the
Perfect.
I'm gonna.
Too much. Take it back.
There we go. And I definitely find, especially on these big bold whiskeys, a smidge of water.
Yeah, just dial it back a little bit.
Oh,
yeah, open it.
Do you know what? On instantly.
Can I get a little?
It's in the caramel is starting to show up.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it becomes that like.
It lets some
sour note gets a little bit more.
It lets a few things shine through, I think, when you do that. That being said, I'm a big proponent of drinking it how it's presented, how the distiller presented it. However, cask strength allows
drink your whiskey how you want.
Yeah,
like
cask strength allows you to play with it a bit and manipulate it, right? You know, like do what you got to do to get by.
But it's also like for me, as soon as you add water, especially to a big booming whiskey, sometimes it's not that it settles it down. It's sometimes like it agitates it.
Yeah,
and
like
it makes it because it's been in a bottle at that strength for so long. Then you pour it into a glass, a little bit of water. It makes it like,
but it can enhance.
It
can enhance certain flavors for sure. But the longer that I'm kind of sitting with this, the more the leathers are kind of showing through which. And
Sure.
I love a good leather daddy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna classify. I wouldn't quite take this to the leather daddy section of the whiskey library, but it's got some of that starting to kind of protrude a little bit.
Which
in
is
the
funny.
back.
Like on your whiskey journey, we tried Aberlour years ago. Years ago, like we're established 2016, like probably around that year. And I remember thinking it was quite
leathery.
Or the sherry notes were very prominent. But you come to realize when you've been drinking whiskey and experiencing these products that there's so many varieties of sherry. And this is just a different version of a sherry cask. And it's not the leather. It's not the snake pheromone. It's not the baseball glove.
Yeah.
But it is definitely fruit forward.
The subtleties. But what I was like desperately trying not to interrupt you with was the fact that these Abernods are all batch specific.
Sure.
So they speak. You can see each, and I'm desperately looking across to you at a bottle here because you threw the other can away. But like this Alba tells you right here. Oh God, does it not tell you right here? Batch number 009. So batch number 9 is going to be different than batch number 8 and different than batch number 10.
Sure.
So you might get a batch that is more baseball glove, or it is more pheromones, or it is more leathery, or it's more fruity, or whatever the case may be. But batch variation is very much a thing in the Aberlour world. For sure. Like, if you look at the color, for example, of this one, like, look at the Alba versus the Aberlour. Like, those are not even. This is not even in the same.
One is bourbon and one is not. That's for sure.
I mean, that's the difference between these two. But I'm just saying, batch variation can be very different. These are, of course, their barrel variation. But anyway, the whole point is that from batch to batch, it can be very different. But anyway, this one specifically. Very nice. What was the batch number on this one here?
Just get it.
I'm running across the stage. The stage.
Exit stage right. It was
batch
in the strip.
77.
Whoa. Well, the Aberlour has been around for a while, so
yeah,
there's gonna be batches.
Anyway, we're Trinity and C. We review whiskey. We tell you some things about it. Some of them are lies. Some of them are true. I don't know. We make some things up.
2 truths, 1 lie.
In every video, there's 2 truths and 1 lie. You have to tell us which one's which.
Yeah.
We're on the socials. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Cheers.
And we'll see you next time.